Hello. Okay. I figured it out after just a few seconds, which is hilarious, though it's more than just a few seconds later, but that's okay. Obviously, I figured it out because there you go. Not sure why it's asking me about wood there, probably because it has that little... Let's ignore that for now. That probably shouldn't be showing up. Okay, so you click on there, you click on your color, which I have white. You do have to have it in your inventory, I mean, as you might expect. Then you can do that, and you can see it uses 6 total of each color. So if you mix colors, it's like 3 and 3. I guess it could be 2 and 4 depending on which one it is, but I just want to make this all white for now. So we'll just do this and see how many we can do. Looks like I'm doing both sides, so there you go. I didn't intend to do both sides, but you know, I've done it, so there you have it. Let's make the door a different color. Now, how do you make green? I guess it's yellow. Yeah, I guess it's yellow and blue, so they're using the traditional color mixes. I do want red for... did I click it? I didn't click it. You have to click it. Huh. That color red actually uses black. Ooh. Oh, I like that color. We're doing that. Is it doing both? It does. Okay. So that's not bad. I also kind of like the way it looks on the inside. You can do the design, which is, hold on, you can choose these designs however you like. I don't really know that I want them, though. I mean, you know, the piano room, like what color? I'm going to do the inside and the outside. Why not? What color should a piano room be? It goes with black and white. I mean, I guess it's red all over, but I'm not sure I want something quite that obnoxious. Secondary would be the other one. So what would you do? What would you do? You know, for the roof, I don't know at this point, but at least I understand how the mechanics of it all work. I mean, let's go for a fairly bright yellow, and then what would we have for the secondary? Maybe a blue? So what would go good in the piano room? That's pretty ugly. Let's do that. So did it work? It went green. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the color I chose. Anyhow, okay, so we have that for the primary. How do I grab the secondary? Do I have to click that? And then I'm not sure why. Again, this is great. I once again am mystified by how it works. Ah, then you have to click the secondary. You choose the pattern. I was going to do yellow, wasn't I? Primary. This is not going well. Okay, we got the yellow. Should we do yellow and blue? Let's try it. Oh, that's awful. We're doing it. Oh, the yellow's not very yellow. It's very green looking. Oh my goodness, I can paint the piano. I feel like Elton John. Don't need to do that. Ooh, is that the rug I'm painting? I can see that. Actually, I like that. Well, we're going to have to think about painting the rug. I am liking the plants showing up through the floor. I don't like how not yellow it is. What if I choose that color? What is that going to look like? It's greener, but it's still very... So you don't get real yellow? That's disappointing. Maybe if I choose this? Let's go to the next one, huh? It's darker. Let's go to the super light one. It's... I mean, maybe... Is it my monitor? Why doesn't that look yellow? I'm protesting. Here, that's yellow. None of these things look like a banana. They look like... Ooh. They do look like a shady banana, though. Hmm. Alright, alright, alright. What does this look like on the outside? Oh no, it looks like this color on the outside, doesn't it? Oh! That looks awful. That looks awful. I'm wondering whether I should keep it. Especially all the different colors. Yeah, that's not spectacular. That fails spectacularness. I might need to experiment a little bit. I mean, this is boring as all hell, but it works at least. Alright, well, I'll have to try some new things out. We'll see what I come up with. I'm not doing this in real time, because this is just experiment, but I at least wanted to show that it did work. I did some maintenance while I was off camera, just so I would have some time to do this, and that all went pretty well, so... Until next time, when this might be painted really horribly garish, I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Hello, we're back. Heading in on another island. I left the other one. I actually denuded it of all of the flowers as well. I figured finally in the game I need a whole bunch of colors, so I'm going to go ahead and grab as much of that as I can. As you can see, we are making some right now, so I'm just cranking through all the flowers. I used all of the colors up that I had on me. Well, a lot of them. I didn't use them all equally simply because, of course, you're going to run out of something first. But I did use quite a bit of them up. Sail's pink now because I had pink. Or, well, I guess some red and white, but, you know, same thing, right? So we will drop anchor here in just a bit. It's another small island. We seem to be hitting these small islands real frequently now. I don't know if the game is just not trying to send you to any of the larger islands because those are sort of more story-oriented, where these islands don't have a whole lot of story associated with them. See, it's a good thing I didn't jump in there. I was thinking about it, and the shark was right there about to take a bite out of me. Take a bite out of crime. Just sort of get back in. Nobody here but us chickens. But, oh, well, yeah, I guess you can see. Did a little bit of, I guess this was supposed to be yellow. It kind of looks yellower out here. I don't remember what color this is. Close enough. All right. So, kept the white here. I'm fine with this. White will do for now. Door's red. Keeping, I guess the doors are the greeny yellow thing on the inside. This is, it's like a dark orange, which I'm just going to call a brown. Seems good enough. This was maybe a brighter purple. This was sort of a darker purple for our sitting room. And then I ran out. Oh, I think did I color one of the carpets? No, actually I ran out of color at that point. You see, and we're done. That's the problem here. Okay, well at least these got done. If you're not moving, the paint mill doesn't do anything. So I actually moved a little storage out here. So we're going to put all of our flowers out here. You can see we've, pulled them down a little bit. I'm not going to do any more painting just yet. We're just going to go raid the island again and see what we get. Well, let's see what gifts we got, because I grabbed a bunch of the barrels as they came by, and I'll just clear this out. I actually cleared this out after heading out. So this is only from the last run around, since the last island actually cleared those out before. You can see me do some maintenance here. 3, 4, 5. I'll take that egg. Probably should chop those down, but we don't really need any. What we do need is more water there, and more water here. Seeing as I can't water the trees anyway, there's no need to do it. Alright, let's put our toys away. I can go over to the island. Alright, let's see what we got. Something good. Fire basket. That actually seems good. That'll go here somewhere nicely. Flag. Okay, not too keen on the flag. Table. Yeah, this was a very small table, but it was the one that I got. So maybe that one will be a nicer table. So we'll We'll create some of those at some point. Let's go put all of this away. It's funny, when you chop down the trees, you really do get far less of these tree-based resources than if you just have a whole bunch of the collection that's sitting and you take one trip from one island to another. So, really the point of this game is to keep on the move once you get to that sort of safe, steady state where we're at right now. It's, yeah, staying in one place, it's fine, because you don't have to sort of keep track of things. But I guess it also means that the only thing you're going to do when staying in one place probably is a big project, which is what I did when I reorganized this. I just decided we're going to take care of the whole redesign in one spot, not to have to think about anything else. So that's essentially what I was looking for there. At this point, oops, I forgot to put this away. Cool. We can head out to the island. Got some food. I would like some water. That'll do fine. Everybody else has got enough to eat, and I would like some light. Or I guess sleep before the light. Alright, and while we're out there, let's grab the old metal detector, which was in here. So it was in one of these things. We're not going to go underwater at this point. We'll just grab the metal detector, keep our food and water there. We'll go... Where's that island? Any sharks about to bite any toes? Hopefully not. Jump up out of that water. Didn't get hit. Alright, and I have redid all my tools, so we should be in good shape at this point. See what else we're going to get, and unlike all of our other ones, we're picking up all the flowers. So that's a change, at least for now. I just didn't want them taking up too much space. You definitely don't want these things taking up space super early in the game. You need to worry about survival before you need to worry about painting anything. You need to worry about making sure that all of your parts of your raft aren't going to get eaten by Bruce before you start worrying about painting. Get that metal armor for your foundations and you should be good. Interesting to see how much of this we end up with once we're done with the island. You are not guaranteed to get all flower colors in one island. I don't think I've seen them, but we'll find out. Again, this is a... Oops. Can I get out? Uh-oh. Looks like I will be swimming. So let's get up out of here. Very nice. And try that again and not fall into the hole. Around we go. Up here? Alright, we're good. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I did it again. I can't believe it. Ha! I got out. I did it again. That's hilarious. I'm enjoying that. Alright, let's take care of this tree. And then I think we're almost done here, and then we'll bring out the metal detector. Is that it? I think that's everything. I don't see anything more. It's sort of easier to see at night. I guess it would have been okay if we hadn't slept last night to just sort of get that hint of what to do, but that's alright. Food. That's why I've got the eggs. Alright, let's get out the metal detector. Ooh. First of all, missed that. Missed that. It said we were getting closer. What am I doing wrong? Is it up here? It certainly seems that. How can you dig here? That doesn't make sense. Okay, first of all, I forgot my spoon, so I've got to go back and get that. But this is a rock. I don't think it's supposed to work that way, but you know that's okay. Let's go back and get our spoon, our spade, whatever you want to call it. That is Mr. Shark. That was really weird. I did not expect... Did we use up the shovel? I think we used up the shovel. I don't think we have any left. So we got that, the last bit without the shovel. All right, so let's see, how do we make a shovel? Should be about one of these things. Just need a metal ingot. There's just one. Shovel. All right, let's place the shovel there. How many flowers did we get? Let's just throw the flowers away right now. So we got 3 yellow. We got 3. So we did get all, and it was an even amount of all of them too. That is interesting. Which is completely contradicted what I said before. Like, oh, you're not going to get all of them. We got exactly the same amount of all of them. So fantastic. I normally wouldn't keep too many of the seeds there, but it's just easiest to throw them away there. So, all right, let's go dig. See what we find. It's funny, I'd gone to at least 3 or 4 islands before I had started recording a couple days ago. So yeah, I missed out on digging up a bunch of things, but the islands are functionally procedurally generated here, so hey, look at that. It's digging up out of the dirt a safe. Alright, you pick up glass. Oh, man and moon again. 3 titanium ore. That is nice. Okay, well that was a pretty good haul, I suppose. I'm gonna do the typical things underwater, kill a shark probably once. I might decide to try to make the shark bait just to see if that's any better. Killing the shark is mildly annoying, though. You do get some good food out of it, so it's kind of worth it. But I will, one way or another, get the metal ore that I have here. We're getting about 14 or so on average, which is kind of nice because it'll allow me to expand the raft. And when we come up on something new, we'll try that out. Otherwise, I'm going to keep moving and paint milling, and I think I'm going to plan on the second story, which was I was going to make with more of these, an excessive amount of leaves, to have sort of a less permanent looking top to the compared to the bottom here. But we will try that out sometime very soon. And until next time, have fun rafting. Hello everyone. Planted some stuff, done a few things, probably left a few things too long, but we'll find out what happens. The big thing that I've been meaning to do for a while here is I have planted some plants, which you do have to compete with the seagulls for. So right here, if I can get the right key, we have, yes, these are shoes. Of course, they're in front of the dresser. And these are each one of the color plants, and I just realized right now I never watered them. Because frankly, I forgot if you needed to water them. But hey, guess what? That is a hint that you need to water them. So perfect. It's always good to realize things once you start recording. Fantastic. What I have planted is, successfully this time, no, not him. I planted these. In fact, they're ready to go. These did not take very long to grow. These are potatoes. These are beets. I want to make some more veggie soup. So I figured let's do some more beet and potato farming. Now, to keep the seagulls from at least directly attacking and eating your food, which is what they do, like that is their purpose. They will come down and directly eat your food. You need to put the scarecrow up here. The scarecrow is not permanent. They will destroy it over a course of time, so you do want to poke them out of the way. Poke, when they start attacking your scarecrow. So one has already attacked this guy, and I chopped him to bitty bits, which you can see right there. There's his rod drumstick, and they make a distinctive sound when they attack. And just putting these there, see, look at that, they're growing finally. I planted them at the same time as the other one. I'm like, why are they all so small? Because plants need water, even when they're sitting inside your favorite pair of shoes. All right. However, the seagulls will fly in right in the window, and don't think that you can somehow lock the doors in here. They come right through the walls. Yay, game for realism. Whatever, they will come right through the walls, and they will attack your plants there. So I did plant, as it were. I put this scarecrow out here. He should work for them to attack this instead of my wonderful color plants. And in any case, this guy is doing the same for these plants here. Obviously, they do not attack the trees because, well, they're not very interesting. Well, while we're waiting for the other ones to grow, and while we're waiting for the seagulls to do something, one plant, one beet went into each spot here, so let's see what we get. So you plant one, you get two. I think that is a flat. There's not a chance. I think you just plant one and get two. Okay. So that's good to know. I had sort of remembered and sort of not. Once you have pulled them up, they will no longer attack these. I think they still will try to attack your dummies, your scarecrows, but honestly, for a bunch of the time that the seagulls were around, they were just sitting in here. So maybe the nests also works to draw them away. I don't know how the chances in the game work, but in any case, that has actually turned out fairly well. I have no water anywhere, so even if I wanted to replant, I wouldn't be able to. Let's grab some eggs here. I'm still mostly managing the egg and banana diet, though I think I've eaten, I eat shark whenever I have to hop into the ocean. I did go around and scout this area, and once again, there were exactly 0. I get them all, yes. There were exactly 0. What are they? They're blue algae. I must not be hitting the right spots to get the blue algae. So at some point, I guess I'll figure it out, and we'll find out where it's at. But it's probably another location, because I don't think I've hit any island other than these relatively small ones that you can tell how big they are by how many pieces you find under the ground with a metal detector. Alright, let's go this way. That is not the right way to go. Gotta go around this way. You can hop over, but it works fine. And in fact, you can use this as a stairway to get up here, assuming you can do the parkour correctly, which I cannot. There we go. So you don't even need stairs to go up there. You can just use this as a nice little slope. I've put a few things out. You can see Major Tom over here. He is part of one of the stories, so you can find out about him later. I've gotten a few of these ducks from Scrap Mechanic. They're hidden around in different places. Obviously, I put the shoes in front here. Let's see. None of these are available to harvest yet, so they're still growing. I was kind of hoping that one of the seagulls would attack sometime soon, mostly so you can hear the sound of it. I don't have sound turned up very high, but you still should be able to hear it. Maybe I would specifically turn that sound up a little higher. I get the drink, and then one for all the crops. Hey, I get the last drink. Perfect. Alright, well, that was mostly what was going on here. I think I did a little more painting. This is the kitchen, so I sort of did the traditional black and white crosshatch kitchen floor. I might have cleaned up a little bit of paint in a few places. I moved the rug, I think, out of the kitchen. So there's another rug, I think, over here. Yeah, I just put the other rug in here. But I don't think I painted anything else. I think I already had the sail paint. Oh, I accidentally painted this one of the colors, so I just went and painted it pink. Just for the heck of it. Seriously, they're not going to attack? I mean, there they are. There's 2 seagulls. I killed one. He was gone for a while, just like Bruce leaves for a little while. And they should be harassing my crops. They certainly did earlier in the game in previous iterations of my raft, so I'm not really sure why they're being so nice to my crops at this point. And I think you can see these guys grow in real time. Just like the trees. So that's kind of fun. yeah, if you look at this little leaf there, it's slowly over time getting a little taller than the edge of that piece of wood there, and slowly but surely it will keep getting bigger. All right. Oh yeah, I painted these black. I might have painted one or two more other things, but mostly we just have a bunch of paint left over from the mill, which I'm not using yet, so everything's going pretty well. Don't know what to paint here yet, haven't thought about it. I just put a few odds and ends around the spot to keep me company, and that was pretty much about it. I think I painted some of the bee houses there, and maybe one of these days I'll do something with them. Alrighty, I think that's it for now. I'm probably going to head off to another island. I would like to find a bigger island, one that gives you dirt, one that gives you another animal. I would like to get another clucker. For as little as I can manage more animals here, I think there's enough in here to where enough space in here. Well, more dirt will give us more space to expand, which means I'll just need to rearrange this whole area, but that's perfectly fine. I mean, this is easy enough to move everything around and expand. And that was sort of, so there we go, he's sitting down. He is not attacking my crops, so that does make me happy. So these are ready, so that didn't take too long. Harvest, harvest, what am I getting? I'm getting a flower and a seed, so it turns one seed into one flower and one seed, which, you might expect, I suppose. Let's go ahead and replant all of these. 1, 2, 3, and crunch. And let's get some water. Alright. So, hey, look, I know how to plant plants now. What's going on here? I need to go like that. There we go. Alright, just aiming problems. Alright, so that's pretty fun. That is how planting works here. And some people make giant areas for planting where these are just sort of convenient little locations for them. And just because they're done and ready to harvest doesn't mean that the birds won't get them. So if they're ready to harvest, just grab them as soon as you can. This is, small raft. This is obviously just stuff stuck in a corner. I am going to try to move this stuff out of a corner and make the raft a little bigger, because at this point, no upstairs. Maybe I should move it all upstairs. I don't want stuff that I need to maintain to be up here, because it takes a while to get there, and it takes a while to kill the bird. And that's the point. You can scare them off is what you need to do, but honestly, you're killing them to get out of the way. Get out of here. So I really don't want those types of things upstairs, so I want them like in a visible area, like really down this corridor. Like the plants should be in a spot right here. I would love that. That would be ideal, I think. So I think that is probably the next project. So you won't like square off the raft. There's no need to do that. You can build it any shape you want. Let's take a look. We have a ton of metal now. I think I just have a little more. No, I have a lot more to process. Yeah, I got 17 pieces of metal here. I think I might have cut myself off saying that before. I don't remember. I got 3 pieces of titanium from that, from the suitcase or the safe. So that's all really good. And it's time to start building again, because I've accumulated a bunch more wood. So that has all gone fairly well. So until next time, in the middle of the night, let me take this down. Until next time, have fun rafting. Hello everyone. Today is going to be a bit of a green review. This is the 3rd time I've attempted to do this, so hopefully it works well this time. First thing we're going to do, you may notice our addition of greenery in the windows. We've got a few of those. We also have the addition of the growing expansion on the raft. But first we're going to cook some stuff. So one of the reasons we're growing things is because vegetable soup is a pretty good food. So we'll do 2 beets, 2 potatoes, and we'll start cooking. And then also using some pretty easy to get ingredients, coconut and beet, we will make something in the juicer. So both of these things will give us buffs. We'll show you what they are in a second. First of all, I'll just drink this water to get rid of it. Actually, maybe I'll give it to the animals. I think I've been ignoring them for a bit. Not too long. They've still got some food. Or, yeah, food. Alright, so what we've done is added some flowers and some plants to any of the exterior windows just to give us a little more color. I haven't added them to this window because you've got the animals to look at, and I haven't put it to the internal windows because, well, you can see the rest of the rope. And this is a problem that we have with the seagulls, because the seagulls will try to eat all of our crops. So what you do instead is put these two dummies here, these scarecrows, and the seagulls will attack the scarecrows. I don't think any pieces are missing, so they haven't been able to chew anything off the scarecrow, so at least that's been going pretty well so far, because I've harvested this a few times. I added the expansion that I mentioned I was going to before. We can even walk through here for future expansions to the raft. Obviously going to either side is going to work. These are, I think, all the trees that I have. I was just watching another raft video today in which on one of the islands you can get birch trees, which was not an option when I went there much earlier in the game, like 2 or 3 years ago. So looks like I have to go to one of those islands, get myself another tree, because I'm short one type of tree. Anyhow, it's not really that important, but hey, if you're going to go for aesthetics, why not? Alrighty, so we do have, so I'll show you how the plants in the windows are going. Whoops. Hello, Bruce. I do fall off this quite a bit. This is why I didn't want to put them in the center aisle, because it's really going to be narrowing our way around. We've already got some clutter in the aisles here, plus the anchor, so they're just sitting on, sorry, I heard that sound. They're sitting on shelves. When you put the shelves on the floor, they show up as these sort of short end tables. When you put the shelves on the wall, they look like what we have books on. So it's the same thing that you're crafting, which is nice. So you sort of don't have to worry about different types of crafting. So I've got these all sitting on the outside parts so that it looks a little nicer from the inside. You have 3 choices of plants. 1, 2, third one's right there, the rose. The rose isn't as visible from outside because it's very short. I also tried to put them on the shelves outside, but the shelves didn't want to sit there. They wanted to sit much higher, and then when you saw them, you saw like the pot instead of the actual plant itself, so that was a little disappointing. Alright, why to plant? When you plant 1, you get 2 back. We have 10 boxes here, each with 3 in them, so let's go ahead and harvest everything. I don't want to replant. I've been doing this by mistake. I really have so many of these already. I don't need to replant anymore. But this is nice having so many of these, because you can just address all of your food in one fell swoop. And in fact, all I did is sleep at night and they were done. So it's the type of thing you could even plant, sleep for the night, come back, it's done. You might not even have to worry about these. Just thought of that right now. That sounds like a good idea. Even if you have just 2 of these plots, you'll get 6 of them out. So you plant 6, you get 12. So you plant 1, you get 2 in each little plot. And I did this by mistake. I didn't realize you could also plant them in these shoes. So I have 1 each in the shoe. And that also means, of course, I could plant the color here as well and probably do the same thing. So I don't really need to go to the islands for colors. Having so many places to plant will just give you loads of options for color. So let's just fill this while I'm at it, because that's one thing you do have to have a lot of is water to water everything at least once, or just do it while it's raining, but you have to be pretty patient with that. Let's put everything back. So as you can see, I've just got tons of these potatoes and beets, and here you can use any combination of them. So if you only have potatoes or only have beets, perfectly fine. Just use 4. Alright, let's see what these things do. 1 bowl for the soup, and 1 glass for the juicer. So we will get vegetable soup. I've been making a lot of it because it's cheap and easy, and it's really good. And then let's grab this. So let's see what happens to our food. So we take a drink of that, and it's actually extended our food. So probably if I had my food bar a little higher to begin with, it would be even better. And the drink will do the same. So if you actually start with both of those close to full, and then drink or eat each one of those, you'll get a nice big buff. The buff stays for a long time. And then go do your thing on the island or underwater or wherever you're going. And these really work out very well. Now, of course, this is easier to make. The cookpot, you get it earlier in the game. You get this much later in the game, and it uses a battery. So it's a little less good. But then I think the water is a little less important anyway, because I just think it's a little easier to carry, though every time I say that, and this is the third time I've said it, yay, it sounds a little hollow. I'm not sure it's really all that much easier. I guess I end up being less concerned about water than I am about food. Also, if you have the seagulls, if you have the nest sitting down here and the seagulls are sitting in there, they're not attacking your crops. So it's probably a good, almost a secondary scarecrow to keep those guys there. Alright, that was pretty much it. This is sort of a nice way, I think, to deal with food. You never have to go fishing again if you don't want to. And this is just done so easily, especially if you go overnight. When I move these, you'll notice that my black paint is all gone. I have to repaint. But I have been doing a bunch of paint milling here. Don't have a whole lot of... I mean, I've got a lot of flowers left, but got a whole bunch of paint as well, so not a problem. Not sure where I want to paint anymore. I did get this from the island. Probably should show it to you more straight on. It's not very exciting. What even is? Fantastic. Super good. That's why it's in the corner. Stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. I'm not stuck anymore. And I forget what I put up or around after the previous video, because of course it's been a while since I made it, having failed to make this one 3 times or twice. But otherwise, it's going pretty well. I did repaint a little bit in a few places, and not really sure what I'm going to paint next. Probably nothing. I'm just sort of cruising around, getting more resources, but now that I have this, there's even fewer resources to get. One thing. I dissed on scrap. I ran out of scrap completely. I don't remember what I was using it for. Couldn't tell you. Clearly something that I've been building uses a lot of scrap. I used it up completely. So that's why I came to this island. This island actually only gave me about 8 metal, but I got super lucky because this island gave me 41 scrap down there. So that, I couldn't have been any luckier there, because I've had the reverse. Because the previous island I went to had like 3 scrap. It was almost completely devoid of it, and I just have no idea why. It was really strange. But I got like 18 or 19 metal out of that one, so we're really not short of metal anymore. But yeah, it was iffy for the scrap. I had pretty much nothing, and even with all the collection nets, I think I got about 7 or 8 scraps. So it was really not great. But boy, this island sure worked. I think it's just random. I don't think you'll get it on this island every time. And in fact, I think I've hit this island like 3 or 4 times. But yeah, I'm okay. I have a little more respect for having enough scrap, but everything else I'm doing very well on again. So maybe it's time to build the second story. So until that happens, as I get caught here, I'll wave and see you next time. Take care.